All right, so my main man Dimitri asked me a question. He said, how is it that I can sell myself on my own ideas? So this is a really good question, and it comes down to a number of things, right? So number one is it comes down to your thoughts. Then number two, it comes down to your beliefs. And number three, it comes down to your emotions. And number four, it comes down to taking fire. Right? So here is the deal. The first thing is you have to control your thoughts, right? So if you start thinking things that are, negative and putting you out, all a belief really is in the end of the day is a thought you keep on thinking. And when you start thinking something, right, and you have that internal dialogue, your mind will start looking for certain things to come up over and over again, and your mind will be directed in that direction that your thoughts and that internal dialogue are going, right? And so what happens with most people is they have some kind of internal dialogue that they don't think they can have control over, and it starts directing their life in a certain way. Right, and one of the things is most people have, and this is from Tony Robbins, most people have a reoccurring question they keep asking themselves, right? So if you have the question, why does this shit always keep happening to me? Well, you're gonna find reasons why the world is gonna conspire against you. Versus, how can I get better, right? Or what is the positive in this, or whatever it may be, right? Or am I doing my best to compete right now, right? And do my best right now. And when you do those things, it starts to point your mind in the right direction, right? So pointing your mind in the right direction is really important. There's a great book out there called Triggers by, I'm blanking on the name of the guy, but he's got a few different books out there, and he really gets into having alarms on your phone that you can actually remind yourself, saying, am I doing my best right now to be positive or compete? And the more specific you can make it to your goals, the better. Am I doing my best right now to keep my diet on track, or do exercise, or doing the best I can, or be a good husband or wife, or whatever it may be, right? So when you have that question going on and it gets repeated and you see it coming up on your phone every day, that starts to get your thoughts going in the right direction, right? Which gets into your beliefs, right? And your beliefs are the story that you create around something, right? And so, I'm not very good at art, right? So that could be a story in someone's mind. Or I am a strong basketball player, right? That's an other belief because you're telling yourself that story. So how do you control those beliefs? So you can control it by switching that story, and also really just get in there and grinding it out, right? And just developing the skills and doing it every single day, doing that repetition every single day to develop the belief in yourself that you can go out there and execute. And this is what top level athletes do, right? They've been competing their whole life, they've been training their whole life, and so when they have the game-winning shot in the, to make and get the job done that way, or they have to make some big play when it all counts, they believe they can do it. It's not like, I don't know if I can do this or whatever. But the greats out there, they're like, I want to do this, I can do this, I can make it happen, right? Because they've practiced over and over and over again, and they've developed that skill, they've developed that belief. So that's the other thing. Now, your emotions also play a big role in this as well, right? So if you are down, you're like, I don't know if I can do this and everything else, and you're feeling depressed and your posture is down, you're not gonna feel good about yourself. So one of the quick things you can do to start to turn this around is you can start changing your breathing, right? You can start breathing in deeply and strongly, right? You can start holding yourself in that superhero position, right? So you're just in that superhero position, heads back, chest is out, and just really getting into that kind of state, changing your physiology. The other thing you can do is just pop out a few push-ups, right? You can do some burpees, right? You can do a few jumping jacks. Just get that blood flowing, and you're gonna start feeling better already. They've actually done studies where they've looked at people and given them antidepressants, and they've given them an exercise protocol to do. And they found that the people who do the exercise actually get better results than the people that are taking all these different psychological drugs like Zoloft, Prozac, and all these other things. So really cool stuff that you can do there. Number 4 is the action thing. All right, the action thing is going out there and firing, because you can have your thoughts going in the right way, you can have your emotions going in the right way, you can have your beliefs going in the right way, but if you don't take any action, it doesn't matter. And one of the things that you can do is when you start feeling like you're doubting yourself, immediately go out there and take action in the direction of whatever goal you're trying to accomplish, and immediately your mind is focused in on that and you'll start to feel good about it. You just go straight at it and attack it. This is what I call the attack zone, right? So one of the things that Navy SEALs do really good is when they are getting attacked, they isolate what's going on and they go straight at it, they attack it, right? They don't go around it, they don't pussyfoot around it, they're like, I feel bad about this, we're taking gunfire. They're like, no, this is where the threat is coming from. They isolate it, they go straight at it, and they attack it, right? So those are the things that it really comes down to. And I think it's really important to realize too that throughout these whole things is that you have to be persistent and you have to have that grit. That's what ultimately gets the jobs done. It's not that people don't sell themselves and that they don't have self-doubts that are doing things at the top level. They just keep going on despite it. And that's what you really have to do. You have to grind things out. You know, one of the things is, and I'm probably going to make a video on this tomorrow, is that most people are like, oh, I'm not motivated or I'm not passionate about this anymore. And if you rely on motivation and passion, I think you're screwed. You got to rely on a system, and you have to just get on and get with it and just have that mental toughness and grit, right? Have discipline. Have a system. That's what gets things done. So you're going to have those times when you're thinking in a way that you're like, I don't know if this will happen. Just ignore it, take action, and keep acting on it anyway. That's what grit is, and that's what really determines if someone makes it or not. All right, so that is it, Dimitri. Hope this helps, and if any of you others out there have a question, let me know. I'll make you an answer. And this is how you sell yourself. If any of that's unclear, let me know. I'll make another video for you. And I'll see you on the next howtokickassetsales.com tip of the day. Bye-bye.